murder trial underway for a daughter charged with killing her own mother.
Investigators say that Sydney Powell stabbed her mother multiple times inside their Akron home. She's pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity, and today we heard from witnesses.
And 19 News, the only local camera inside the courtroom. Everywhere at 5, see a New Yorker has more from the Summit County Courthouse.
You attended the autopsy? Yes.
Prosecutors say it was a gruesome crime.
We know that Brenda was stabbed about 30 times.
Yes.
And Sydney has blood on her knee, correct?
Yes.
Does it make sense that maybe Sydney was kneeling down and stabbing Brenda?
I'd say that's possible.
And all the stab wounds of Brenda were from the neck up?
Majority of them, yes.
23-year-old Sydney Powell is charged with murdering her mother, 50-year-old Brenda Powell. Sydney chose not to listen to some of the witnesses as they described the crime scene and left the courtroom for some of the testimony. Investigators say back in March of 2020, the then 19-year-old woman stabbed her mother, Brenda, inside their Akron home after their argument turned physical. An Akron detective described what a witness told him in a 911 call.
They were on the phone, and there was a lot of screaming going on, so he couldn't really say if it was like a physical fight, but just heard like a lot of yelling and screaming going on. And then he tried calling back twice, and there was no call back.
When officers arrived, they found Brenda suffering from stab wounds. She died at the hospital. Sydney was also taken to the hospital with minor injuries, but was arrested and released on bond. Monday in court, jurors viewed some of the more than 10,000 pages of text messages between Sydney and her friends leading up to the crime. They also viewed police body cams showing the aftermath, Sydney with bloody wounds and blood at the home. Per Judge Kelly McLaughlin, media is not allowed to film any of that evidence with our cameras.